hard to capture, extravagant, resurrect the track and it's militant. And I react like a convict and start killing. It's manifesting. The gods work like appliances, dealing in my psyche.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Naruto Explained here, and today we're gonna be doing something dangerous, man. So we're going to be talking about everybody's favorite Hokage, and it's at this point, if you're an anime only fan, I need you to click off the video. If you don't want to be spoiled, I need you to click off the video. Like, this is one of those topics where it's just like, yo, like the thumbnail probably already kind of got you triggered, but I mean, I'm not confirming anything. I'm not saying Naruto's dead, but I'm asking the question. So if you don't want to be spoiled, you really need to click off the video. So with all that being said though, if you're still here, I'm assuming you're okay with me talking about spoilers, or you've already read the Boruto manga and just don't give a fuck about spoilers. So, yo, one question I've seen a bunch of people ask is, did Naruto just die? Naruto was shown, and they put a lot of emphasis on this. Like I almost talked about it in the chapter review, and then I stopped. I said, man, that's worthy of a video by itself. You had the panels where like Naruto was struggling to stay awake, where his body's slowly collapsing, and he's watching as the scenes get ready to unfold, and then Naruto's closing his eyes, and Naruto saying, this isn't good. My whole body feels like lead. And then Naruto's just sprawled out in a near fetal position. Like, that's huge. That is huge. The last person we saw in a position like that was Sasuke, and Sakura said it when she was healing the dude that Sasuke was near death. And so this kind of goes back to it. Kurama did say, like, hey, if you use this new transformation, this baryon form, you will die if you use it. And then Kurama gives a few stipulations where he says, well, you know, with this new form, you know, there's a finite level of time that we're able to use. So either my chakra runs out, then the form ends, or your chakra runs out and the form ends, or both of our chakras run out and the form ends. In any of those scenarios, if mine runs out, then I die. If you run out, you die. If both of us run out, well, it's good night, Irene. And so it's one of those things where we saw it in a couple of chapters ago, to where Isshiki had his foot on Naruto's chest. He's crushing this dude in, and he stomps Naruto out the baryon form. And it's one of those things where maybe Naruto can cut the form off. There's nothing that says that it can, but the fact is that there is the possibility, and I talked about it last month. I said, what if we're in a scenario to where Naruto, because he has chakra from the 8 other Biju, is able to outlast Kurama's chakra? If we talk about it in that context, and Naruto's able to just barely outlast Kurama in that instance, and Kurama's no longer here, then that would explain to an extent why Naruto's passed out. Because I think Minato used the double tetragram seal, if I'm not mistaken, to seal the Kyuubi into Naruto. And so when you look at that seal, the whole purpose of it was that the Jinchuriki's power and the Biju's power, the chakras are going to ultimately end up blending in together. And so it could be one of those things where just as a Jinchuriki, when they have the Biju extracted from them, they end up dying right away. In the case of Naruto, Naruto is able to survive for a short period of time after having the 9 tails ripped out of him during the 4th Great Ninja War, just like how it was with Kushina. But the fact is that let's say that was a similar situation where Kurama's chakra burned out and Naruto's going through the same instance of what happened when a Jinchuriki has a Biju extracted from him. That is something that theoretically could be what Masashi Kishimoto is going for it, but what's saving Naruto from actually dying is the fact that Naruto has chakra from the 8 other Biju. And so Naruto right now is just, Naruto's in limbo right now. Like, he just had a huge portion of his chakra that was directly tied into the Kyuubi just up and ripped out of him out of nowhere. And so maybe if you go that route, you definitely depower Naruto, but you also explain why somebody like Kawaki might be able to actually take him out in the future. So I think that if you go that route and Naruto, the extra chakra that he has is just merely the chakra that he has from the other 8 Biju, which isn't their full chakra supply, just a small portion of it. Now all of a sudden you're actually raising the stakes, which is something that is very much needed, especially now that like Isshiki's been taken off the table, and Boruto Shiki can come out at any given moment. Naruto and Sasuke, before Sasuke had his Rinnegan destroyed, and Naruto before potentially losing Kurama, they were too powerful. They could basically put Boruto Shiki in timeout when they're at their full power. So depowering them in this way, that could be something that actually works. The fact is that Naruto would still be extremely powerful in this instance, but he'll be nowhere near as powerful as he currently is. And I think that if that's the route that you kind of go there, and you just say that like Naruto's able to barely survive, and because of everything that happened, Naruto's just in a situation where like, hey man, GG, you had a good game, you managed to take out Isshiki, however you lost Kurama, that's why you were almost killed. This works similar in the way that it happens with Jinchuriki. When a Jinchuriki has a Biju extracted, maybe I could kind of see that kind of working there, but this is one of those things where I can kind of see why people are saying, I don't know whether or not Naruto's still alive or dead now. The ending shot of the manga was very ominous, with Sasuke being very concerned after seeing Naruto, and this is 2 chapters in a row to where Sasuke sees Naruto and he's absolutely terrified as he's looking at Naruto and saying, what's going on with that new transformation? What are you not telling me? And now you see it where Naruto's passed out. That is something that is alarming. That's why for me, the first thing that jumps to my mind is this new transformation. If Kurama's chakra burned out, this has to work in a similar effect to what happens with a Jinchuriki, to where when the Biju is extracted, the Jinchuriki dies. And in the case of Naruto, because he has other Biju chakra, and because all of his chakra didn't run out, Naruto is just completely gassed at this point. Maybe that's something that can actually work there, but that's something that if they do it, that Kishimoto is going down a very dangerous route. It's definitely needed for the sake of raising the stakes, but it's one of those things to where if you do that, you're really putting Naruto on the sideline. And I'm okay with that personally, because I remember what Boruto said in the very beginning of the story was that the boy who's dreamed of becoming Hokage, that's not my story, but that guy did play a part in my story early on. But people are wondering, is Naruto dead? And the other kind of thing I kind of see playing off that is if you do go this route, and like if Naruto is dead, which I doubt, but if you go that route, you can kind of tie it back into Kawaki saying, I'll send you Since the 7th, where essentially Kawaki feels guilty because Naruto entered into that battle against Isshiki, and it was basically all because of Kawaki. If Kawaki never came into his life, that battle with Isshiki potentially would never happen. And so maybe you could kind of say Kawaki saying, I'll send you Since the 7th is Kawaki's way of saying, like, I was responsible for his death, I'll do the same for you. But that's jumping through too many mental gymnastics at this point. So I really want to know from you guys, how do you guys feel about this? Do you like my scenario better, of where maybe Naruto actually lost Kurama, and because Naruto didn't actually lose his chakra and he has the Biju chakra, Naruto's just barely alive? Or do you think that Kishimoto just said fuck it and killed Naruto off? Let me know down in the comment section below. But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching until the end. Have an awesome day, guys.